Reflection for Fourth Sunday of Advent.
We're standing at the threshold now. Just a few days separate us from Christmas, and the Church's liturgy today vibrates with urgency and hope. The Mass begins with a plea from the prophet Isaiah. Let the just one descend. O heavens, like dew from above. Like gentle rain, let the skies drop him down. It's the cry of a world that knows something is desperately wrong, a world that can't fix itself, a world waiting for God to break through. And we're part of that waiting world, aren't we? Even after 2,000 years of Christianity, we still need saving. We still need Jesus to come. St. Paul tells the Corinthians today that we should regard him and his fellow apostles as servants of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God. Then he adds something striking. What's required of stewards is that they be found trustworthy. Not brilliant, not popular, not even particularly successful by worldly standards. Just faithful. Just trustworthy. Paul goes on to say that he doesn't even judge himself, because the Lord is the one who judges. There's tremendous freedom in that. We're not called to impress everyone or defend ourselves constantly. We're called to be faithful with what God has entrusted to us and to let him sort out the rest when he comes. And he is coming. That's what Advent keeps insisting. The Lord is near, as the gradual reminds us. This nearness should shake us awake. It's so easy to live as if Christ's coming is some distant, abstract event that doesn't really touch our daily lives. But the whole point of Advent is to remind us that God doesn't stay far off. He enters history. He enters our world. He wants to enter our hearts right now today. Saint Cyprian once wrote that we shouldn't be like those who sleep when the bridegroom comes, but rather keep watch with lamps burning. The question is whether we're really paying attention, whether we're living like people who expect to meet God face to face. But receiving him means making room, and that's where John the Baptist comes in. Luke sets the scene with almost ridiculous precision, listing the emperor, the governor, the tetrarchs, the high priests. It's as if he's saying, here's the whole Roman power structure, here's the entire religious establishment, and now watch where God shows up. Not in the palace or the temple, in the wilderness, with a wild prophet calling people to prepare the way of the Lord. John's message is simple and stark. Every valley shall be filled, every mountain brought low, the crooked made straight, the rough ways made smooth. St. John Chrysostom said that these words aren't just about changing the landscape. They're about what needs to happen in us. The valleys are our emptiness, our despair, our sense that we're not enough. And God wants to fill them with his presence. The mountains are our pride, our self-sufficiency, our refusal to admit we need help, and those have to come down. The crooked paths are our dishonesty, our compromises, our tangled excuses. They need to be straightened out. The rough places are our anger, our harshness, our hard-heartedness toward others. And God wants to smooth them with his mercy. This is the work of Advent. Not decorating or shopping or even singing carols, though those things have their place. The real work is letting God do road construction in our souls. Saint Augustine wrote that God is always ready to come to us, but we're often like houses with the door blocked by all our junk. We have to move things out of the way. We have to want him more than we want our comfortable sins or our cherished resentments or our little kingdoms where we get to be in charge. Paul tells us that the Lord will bring to light the things now hidden in darkness and will disclose the purposes of the heart. That might sound frightening, but notice what follows. Then every person will receive their commendation from God. Commendation. Not just judgment, but praise for whatever good was done, however hidden, however small. God sees the mother's patience at 3 a.m. He sees the father's quiet sacrifice. He sees the child's honest effort to be kind when it's hard. He sees everything we've tried to do for love of him, and none of it is wasted. The collect today asks that God would pour his grace into our hearts so that we who have known the incarnation of Christ by the message of an angel may be brought by his passion and cross to the glory of his resurrection. Everything connects: the baby in the manger, the man on the cross, the risen Lord in glory. Advent prepares us for all of it. We're not just remembering something that happened long ago. We're making ready for Christ to be born anew in us, to transform us, to bring us to life that doesn't end. So these last days of waiting aren't empty time. They're precious. They're our chance to clear the path, to open the door, to say with Mary, "Let it be done to me according to your word." The heavens are ready to drop down their dew. The just one is coming. Let's make sure he finds us faithful, finds us ready, finds us waiting with open hearts and open hands.